Here's how I did Queen Charlotte's Swan Wig from Bridgerton Season 3, Episode 4 on my own hair. This hairstyle was absolutely insane, but it was something I was super excited to do and also very nervous to do. To start out, I made a structural headpiece out of chicken wire. I just cut out a piece and then kind of mashed it around until it was the shape that I wanted. I added some extra pieces to the top as well to make it more of a cave type shape. I found some behind the scenes footage on Instagram by the hair and makeup artist, and it looks like they hand painted the backdrop. I just found some really pretty printed paper at the craft store because I couldn't find a backdrop that looked similar to that, and I do not have the skills to hand paint it whatsoever. And then to attach it to my head, all I did was use some mini claw clips. I just had it on the top there and then clipped it to my hair, and it was pretty sturdy. You couldn't like run a marathon in it, but you could walk around just fine. Next, I carefully split my hair into 3 sections, 2 front sections and a back section, and then basically this entire hairstyle is just pin curls or kind of victory roll type curls. All you have to do is start at the bottom, wrap your hair around your fingers a couple times, and then just roll that up all the way. The first few ones took me a couple tries because I wasn't used to doing it, but after the 18th roll, I definitely got it down. But yeah, you just want to make sure that it's nice and even, nice and smooth. And then I pinned it to the wire frame at the top of my head here, so it'd be not against my scalp at all, it's just pinned straight to the wire frame. And then I tried to pin each curl in different directions to give some variety to it. So some of them are facing front, some you can see the open loop, some are facing downwards, and I tried to take sections closest to the wireframe first and then have the sections further away lower on my scalp later so that they would kind of cover the base. And I just went all the way up and around that wire frame. I'm mostly focusing on what it looks like from the front right now, just trying to get that all pinned, curled, and looking very nice and pretty. And then once I have the perimeter of the cave section pinned and curled, I took some hairspray and just hairsprayed the crap out of it. I did not want this hairstyle to move whatsoever. And then this is what we have so far. The front looks pretty good. The back is a hot mess. We are going to fix that in just a minute. Starting with the back, I did take a small section here and I just started to make a pin curl, but I only went about halfway down the length of my head and then pulled it up to the top. I did not have enough hair to do pin curls all over the wig piece. I wish I did. I just do not have that much hair. So instead I opted for just kind of a flat hair look at the back here and spreading out the hair as best as I could. I do wish I had added a dark piece of paper to the back side instead of the white so it wouldn't show through quite as much, but you know, it worked just fine, and I was happy enough with it by the end that I didn't mind too much. Hairspray again, of course, do not want this to move, and this is where we're at so far. You can kind of see the paper through the hair a little bit, but I was really trying hard not to be perfectionist about it because my arms hurt so bad and I was like an hour and a half in at this point. So instead I went ahead and moved on. I took some of these jeweled branch pieces from the craft store and just twined them all together and then pinned that at the top left of the hairstyle and then curved it around the back and pinned that in place as well. The nice thing about the chicken wire, it was very easy to pin things into, and this is what we have so far. I did fix the hair a little bit in the back using a mirror, and then with these front pieces I just wanted some really pretty pin curls at the front here. So I just took kind of one piece of hair and did multiple little curls with that. And then with the rest of the hair, I went ahead and twisted it and brought it around the back to my opposite shoulder. This kind of helped cover the base of the neckline there and just made it look a little bit more put together. And then for the curls over the shoulder, I just split the hair in half, did 2 curls. I made sure to wrap the hair flat around the barrel instead of twisting like I would normally do, so it makes those really nice coiled curls like so. And at this point, the majority of the hairstyling section was done. I was so happy. I was ecstatic with how it looked because I was so nervous going into this hairstyle. I wasn't sure how it was going to turn out. I did have quite a bad headache and my neck was hurting, but I just stretched it out and told myself we were almost done, and then I just had to take pictures. I made some paper swans. The queen, of course, had crystal swans, but I did not have the budget for that, so paper swans it was. I found this little turntable on Amazon, which I actually really like. I will definitely be using this to show off Lego sets and such in the future, but I just attached the paper swans to that with some tape. I did not tape them down well enough the first time. You'll see that in just a second. I went ahead and padded out the inside of the cave and the top of my head with just some pieces of fabric here, just to keep the turntable from shifting around and to keep my head from hurting from it. And then I went ahead and did my best to very carefully, this was very difficult, very carefully put the turntable in to the cave section of the hair. The swans immediately caught on some hair and started like grinding, and then you see, yep, they all just kind of fell out, one perfectly catching on a piece of hair there. So take two, I went ahead and really taped them down this time, and then was even more careful putting the turntable into the cave section. And then I added some fake tea lights, because the queen definitely had these in her wig, and you can't really tell in the daylight, they don't show up that well, but in an evening setting I think they would have looked really, really cool with the crystals hanging over the top of the wig. And that is it. That's it, she says, after a 5-minute tutorial and countless hours working on this hairstyle. But I'm so happy with how it turned out. Like I said, I was really nervous to do this one, but as soon as I saw it in the show, I knew I had to try. This was my husband's reaction to seeing it for the first time.
Oh my gosh.
And he's seen just about everything, so to get that kind of reaction from him was really fun too. A huge shout out to the hair and makeup artists on the set of Bridgerton. You guys absolutely kill it every season. I love seeing all the looks that you come up with. This one was top tier in my book. A lot of people wanted to know how I got my hair out of this hairstyle, and thank goodness I remembered to record it, because I get asked this question for a lot of my hairstyles, but honestly by the time I'm done with the hairstyle, I'm usually so eager to take it out that I forget to video the process. But this time I remembered. So usually when I'm working with an intricate hairstyle like this, I work in reverse to take it out. So the first thing I did was took off the jeweled branches, and honestly this was the worst part. It took the longest, hair kept getting tangled in it, kind of hurt, but eventually I got that out. And then I just started to go in reverse. So I did the curls that I did last first, and now I'm starting on that bottom left side there and working my way up and around, because I know that those curls were on top of all the rest of them. It works better if you take those out first as opposed to trying to unpin curls that are pinned underneath other curls. And this is the process I use to get all of my hairstyles out. Whatever I did last, whatever braid or section or pin, whatever went in last comes out first, and then you go in reverse order until it's all out. And the main thing is just to be very patient and kind with your hair, and take it out very carefully and just not rush the process. Just know it's going to come out eventually. If you rip or tear at things, that's when you get damage. So yeah, you just got to be careful, go in reverse order, and have as much patience taking it out as you did putting it in. Another question people had was about the chicken wire. They asked if it was sharp. I was very careful when I made this frame to bend back any sharp and pointy pieces. The part that is against my scalp there's no sharp pieces there at all. It was the edge of the chicken wire, so it was super smooth. I didn't get cut or poked by this at all. And my hair didn't get caught in any of these pieces because I wasn't weaving the hair into the chicken wire, I was just pinning it to the outside. And oh, sweet relief, putting that hairstyle in took about an hour and a half, and then taking the videos and pictures and everything took another, I don't know, half an hour or so, and taking it out took just under 20 minutes. I highly doubt anybody's gonna give this one a shot, but if you do and you have any questions or comments, definitely let me know, and as always, happy hairstyling.